has put up huge numbers as we get things going. Our officials, Rod Creech, Micheaux Murray, and Lauren Nimera.
And Virginia Tech in their man-to-man defense, they can switch 1 to 4, trying to stay steady on this possession though.
And right away, Brooke Dimitri.
In that mid-range, doesn't take much. You can put it on the deck, rise and fire, so you have to stay steady defensively.
Absolutely, from Matilda Ekh. She responds with a bucket of her own.
See defensively by Stanford, they're gonna mix it up a little bit. It looks like they're playing kind of a matchup zone, trying to stay connected on that high ball screen though.
Off the take, Carleigh Wenzel.
So have fun watching her daughter march the sidelines here. And she said she would, so it was very sweet.
You are like a magnet. Everyone, you just find everyone on any trip that you have in the gym. As another bucket goes down, this one going to Chloe Clardy.
But she can also get downhill and finish in traffic on that second line of defense as well.
When you say downhill, she does that very well, but Matilda,
you know, she can get those 1-2 dribble middies going as well and staying rhythmic with it.
That's denied out of bounds as Brooke Dimitri to return. She didn't travel with the team 5 minutes into that Notre Dame game, took a hard fall. During that 10-day break, they were able to see her back for 7 minutes against BC.
Freshmen do, right? They kind of overthink sometimes, but she's playing good defense. She just got another deflection down here for the Cardinal.
So they're doing their job on the defensive end. Now if they can string together the offensive side, they've missed their last 5 before that one goes down for Dimitri. As we mentioned, coming off that 21 points against Boston College, has been in double figures the last 2 games. And the quick response from Rose Micheaux as well. This is something where Kate Pay has mentioned they have to find ways to string games together, and they feel like this is a favorable stretch for them.
Because they had 26 assists on 31 made shots. That's insanely efficient. So I just was wondering about that.
Another block by Dimitri.
It's down in the trenches, down in the paint. But they also need for her to get some offensive production going as well.
Matilda Ekh with 6 points can get going very quickly. Big bucket for Virginia Tech. They missed their prior 5 as both teams have seen a bit of a scoring drought on both sides. And another bucket goes down for Stanford after about a 2-minute drought.
Let's see what they can manufacture here. Trying to get some good screens and some rub screens for a triple.
As we mentioned, Matilda Ekh, you can put us on repeat.
On this play, see the little rub screen, little mini pin down, boom. They got the steal, but they didn't score, right? Earlier in that first quarter. So they just have to complete the proper reads.
What a beautiful read for Lonnie White on the curl to the basket.
Oh, just a soft float game right there.
As Virginia Tech has a 7-point jump on them in this frame.
They just need to take their time and set and use good screens. They're running the sets, but are they connecting hard on those screens? Courtney Ogden was kind of waiting for her to see if she could square up. Oh.
Short shot clock as Ogden knocks that one down, and that's something that the Cardinal want to do. The last 2 games, they've shot in double figures in for a substitution.
Look at Courtney Ogden rejecting the screen and then rejecting the defender too.
I blame the guard.
I want to stay on the floor, so you gotta wait for me, man. I'm trying to get there as fast as I can, but you gotta wait.
Less than 4 minutes here in the first half. Beautiful spin move by Ogden.
Yeah, there she is.
Section of this game, they were shooting close to 50, and now Stanford has turned it up on the defensive end. 5 on the shot clock, off the glass and rims it in. Virginia Tech 9-8 over Stanford. Ekh on the dime, pulls up, knocks it down.
Yeah, that was just super tough.
The bracketology on the men's side, and Wake Forest, you keep an eye out on that, and SMU, the first 4 out. So a lot of big games coming up for both sides as Lonnie White knocks down the triple from outside.
Oh my goodness, 52% on the season for White from 3.
A block called. And as you can see, the fans are not too thrilled about that. 5 on the shot clock for Stanford. Still looking for something on the inside. They finally get it there, and the bucket comes at the buzzer.
And it got tipped.
Kennedy Ume now with 4 points. In the final minute in this first half, it's gone back and forth, but Matilda Ekh has her name all over this ball game to start. Stanford.
Well, look at this little pin down and then a tight curl, and then had to reverse it. That's something they just can't continue to do.
Matilda Ekh putting on some footwork, couldn't finish. Rose Micheaux, her 10th rebound.
To the basketball to complete that play, and that second chance opportunity inside.
Mary Ashley Stevenson, a nice slip to the bucket. You mentioned sharing the ball.
Take a look at this last sequence offensively for Stanford, just right to the hands. It's great activity, and the proper read by her on that one to get underneath.
Clardy actually wanted the foul there. It was tipped. Able to secure it back. More action from this side for Stanford. Not a lot of time to work with. 4 on the shot clock. Clardy pulls up another deflection. That one coming from Lonnie White, and a shot clock violation for the Hokies.
That's what defense is. Take up the space that your opponents want.
And the bucket. Rose Micheaux, have yourself a night.
That was just their momentum headed into the ACC tournament and postseason play possibilities.
Out of the timeout, that's a good look at the rim. This one going down for Tess Heel. So I think Clardy's quite all right. She's hit the deck a couple of times in this ball game. Tough as nails. 9 on the shot clock. Rose Micheaux again.
Of Stanford's defense. Right here, holding her seal, reverse pivot, and get to the second side with wheeling and dealing for the deuce.
Rose Micheaux has been absolutely phenomenal as Stanford able to put some points on the board by Ogden. 11 points, 10 rebounds. I feel like it's been more than that. She had that 10th rebound earlier in this quarter.
Yeah, 9 of them in the first half. I mean, she's a worker. She has been on neon green in all ways in this game for the Hokies.
Now her 7th double-double on the season. Clash underneath the basket. You thought there was going to be a foul against Rose Micheaux. Instead, Stanford gets it back. And of course, Chloe Clardy.
You know, Virginia Tech may have the lead, but they don't have the momentum. That, my friends, is Stanford.
How did Stevenson gather that one?
Yeah, but look at what Stanford has been able to do in the open floor. Oh my goodness, you have to have some
success into all the lives of coaches and student athletes. Definitely don't want to miss it. Right here on the ACC network and the ESPN app.
Players at the elbow extended.
Stanford has had multiple opportunities at the rim, have not been able to come down with points. The Euro step is good. Mackenzie Nelson. Okay.
But it's exactly what they wanted, right? Megan Duffy said we need to.
Virginia Tech out of the timeout with some momentum. Stanford has missed their last now 4 attempts. 3-on-1, another Euro, this time the left. Time to go to the distance. Here comes Mackenzie Nelson. Dishes it off. Wow!
Oh, man.
Like lightning.
But there was a definite change in terms of their focus on the glass.
Clardy pulls up, knocks that one in. Brooke Dimitri back in the ballgame for Stanford as well.
Just hard defense up the line and good rotation by Stanford. Better offense. A little bump at the end, but you got to get low so you can take that bump and finish.
2-on-1 opportunity. Stanford just rolls that one in as Ogden. Still a 2-possession game. Rose Micheaux, wow. There's not much you can do when she puts the ball on the floor. Taking an extra beat. Sometimes you just need a second.
As she should. Straighten her crown. Get up. Watch right here. She is going to get the ball, that reverse pivot. And hopefully she's doing well. I'm sure she's watching, so hopefully she's in good spirits.
That's one way to knock it in. Ghana able to knock that one down.
On the bench for Virginia Tech, one of the assistant coaches. She knows all about that. They were one of the best guards in the ACC during their time.
And another and one. Carleigh Wenzel, foot on the gas here in the fourth quarter. Wenzel sends it in to Rose Micheaux, who has felt everything and continues to fill it up.
Why not?
Rose Micheaux with 17 points, 12 rebounds. And the take and the block.
Staggered screens off of it.
Karis Baker sends it on the side to Rose Micheaux. Wow.
Now watch this one. Rose Micheaux gets the entry pass from Baker and just goes away from the defense.
12 rebounds to add.
Little Iverson action there by Stanford, coming off the double drag up top.
The importance of this game said if they do drop it, they do not fall out of the field for the NCAA tournament, but a win certainly helps as Baker blocked at the rim. An opportunity at the rim, and Dimitri was met by Matilda Ekh. And the bucket goes down for Courtney Ogden. Carleigh Wenzel tried to get it up on the glass and nothing there. It almost looked like she lost her footing.
Couldn't really tell. She wasn't signaling for a foul to be.
Yeah, there was 5 seconds on the shot clock.
I think it's coming to Clardy. Yep, here she is. See if we get her a high ball screen.
Here comes Clardy.
Yep.
Gets the edge and the bucket right on cue.
Oh, that was tough. That clock.
And a timeout actually before the ball was taken out of bounds. Same situation as Chloe Clardy can build on her new career high.
Same play.
Same play at the rim and rolls it in.
Cardinal, look at little dribble, handoff. Clardy scoops this one in. That lollipop pass almost went the other way.
Offensive foul. Carleigh Wenzel extended that left arm.
She did.
Short shot clock, guarded by Wenzel. The dive, Stevenson, the bucket. And they have the lead. Her brother, Ben Jr., played at BC in Milwaukee, so just being a boss and a baller just running through their veins, as well as Shea.
Excellent execution by Stanford.
It's contact on the screen, still Shea coming out of the pack, gets it up off the glass. Just her first foul of the ball game. A rare thing for Stanford at this point, who's dealt with some foul trouble, as Matilda Ekh might have hurt us. The dish, Rose Micheaux, over 3 bodies.
Basketball in the paint. Look at Rose Micheaux, come alive, why don't you? My goodness, blooming bright.
Approaching the 1 minute mark. 6 on the shot clock, and the 3 ball by Chloe.
What is happening in this building?
Do you like the foul there?
I like that foul. I think it still gives you time to operate.
They get it on the inside. Rose Micheaux lost the handle, and it goes the other way. Another costly turnover. No one on the floor shoots more than 80% from the free throw line for Stanford. We appreciate you watching ACC Women's Basketball presented by Ally, as Shea Ijiwoye able to knock down the first free throw. 47% from the free throw line coming into this ball game. This is a huge one. Bottom of the net. And this would be a huge one in a very tough environment to get.
Oh my goodness.
3 ball good for Matilda Ekh, but not enough as we are closing this one out with Stanford winning by 1.